So this video is dedicated to the ninjas. The tank that we're looking at now, he's been taking up too much attention, but I still believe it's your key, your core, and depending on your risk profile, you add as many ninjas as you want. I know some people have just gone all ninja. Just to go through a bit of history. So I started this channel on the 10th of March with the, I've had a few names. So this was the RTCP, the Rudy's turbocharged portfolio. So we had miners, ETP mag, IEM, FME, so emerging markets. So that was the thumbnail. So 10th of March. So we're up 57%. Not bad, eh? Alright, then I evolved. I became a bit more diversified in the metals, and I had the RRTP, Rudy's resource theme portfolio. So there we had fuel, wire, food, URNM and miners. So no ETP mag or emerging markets. So a bit diversified, equal weighting. So 19th of May, that one was evolved, and we're up 33%. Alright, and then the last of the evolution of ninjas was the RERP, the Rudy's Ultimate Resource Portfolio. So this one was a combo deal. So we had GDXJ, US ETFs, SILJ, my girlfriend, US, so 30%. A platinum palladium thing, ETF, SPPP, US, REMX, the rare earth, US, LitP, lithium, URNJ, US, and URNM, the Australian ETF, wire, Australian ETF, and some emerging markets. So the RERP, it was done on the 16th of June. You can see why I love these wedges. And he's up 45%. So I know some people have just gone all ninja. Now MVR is not going to do that. But like this week, it's not going to... Oh, actually, what was that drop? So from there to there, so 15% correction in the RERP. Okay, so MVR is not going to do that, but the RERP will outperform the Ninja. So I just thought someone actually asked what are they, and I thought, well, it's been a long time since I've looked at the the Ninja portfolios. So we'll just go through them. So GDXJ, so this is the American one, 82 companies. It does have a whole bunch of basically all our senior producers, except Northern Star and Evolution are in here. So that's GDXJ. Ratio, so GDXJ over the tank, MVR. So outperforming, see, he underperformed the tank. So the tank won this week. We're looking at weekly candles. That's because he's a tank and gold got hit. So back home we've got the miners ETF, so ASX listed. If we do the miners over MVR over the tank, again I expect outperformance long term, but the tank outperformed him this week. If we look at why I prefer GDXJ, so this is GDXJ over the miners. So it's just natural, like the big boys run first, then the mid tier, and they're not like small spec stocks. They're the 100,000 gold producers. But I expect GDXJ to outperform the miners. Silver. So we'll just take us a quick little peek, because you know she's my favourite, and how she finished the week. So it was a pretty hard slamming. She got the ABC correction. It hasn't gone on to 5 waves, so that implies to me it's a bottom, and she's been holding pretty nicely there. Okay, that was just a diversion because I like looking at her. So ETP Mag, that was one of the key holdings in the first one. So this is a Australian one, silver. Buy it in. It's in the Oz Supermodel portfolio. You got to be buying that now. So my preferred girlfriend is SilJ, only in America. Global Silver Miners. We don't have any companies on the ASX that would make it to the cut of this ETF. And I have very high expectations for her. I reckon she'll be the best one out of all of them. And so this is SilJ over silver. So again, miners should outperform the metal price. So she's squeezing in right here. So the silver miners haven't caught up to the rise in the silver price. And that's a nice break retest. SilJ over GDXJ, so the 2 American ones. Why I prefer SilJ over GDXJ. You should have them all for diversification, but you can see here SilJ over GDXJ. It's just squeezing into the bottom. So over time, SilJ will outperform GDXJ, and that's because silver price will outperform the gold price. All right, so then we got so in that rep I had this ETP. It was extra. All right, just so there's a few different ways to play. This is trying to get involvement in the so this is the platinum price, looking fine. Palladium price looking fine. So one way of playing it was this excuse me, ATP MPM, which is a gold, silver, platinum, palladium combo. Okay, all right. So then in I think the RRTP we had Wire, which is the ASX global copper producers. My preferred one is the COPJ, which is the American one, which has all these, basically all our ASX copper stocks. And why do I prefer COPJ over Wire? It's the same theory as Wire's got all the big boys and COPJ's got the medium tier producers. So I expect that to outperform. Then we have URNM. So this is ASX listed. So this one really it's heavily weighted to 2 big uranium players, Cameco and Kaza. So it's still good. But again, I prefer the URNJ, which has got it's got a lot more uranium producers in there. Like Paladin, one of our guys, is in there. If we do the ratio, URNJ to URNM, so URNJ has been outperforming, and I would expect that to outperform URNM. Alright, then we had in the RRTP, the fuel ETF, so I just went through that one today. It's your ASX listed one. XOP, so I went through that today. That's the American global oil and gas producers. Food, he doesn't get a lot of attention, Mr. Food, but he was in the RRTP as a diversification, so it's exposed global agricultural countries, companies. So I like it. It's different. Alright, then we had Lit P. Now we don't, on the ASX, we don't have any lithium. We don't have any dedicated lithium ETFs. So you have to go US. So this is Lit P over MVR, so over the tank. So the tank's been beating him really. So Lit P is only recently starting to outperform the tank, but I'd expect Lit P to continue outperformance. REMX. So again, we don't have one on the ASX that has rare earth companies. We have Linus, which is in the old super model portfolio, and it's in this one, top holding. But you got to go to America. So this is REMX over MVR over the tank. So REMX has been outperforming. But you can see here, you're going to with these ninjas, so they can, what's that? Yeah, again, 17%. So the tank isn't going to drop 17% in a week, because he just sits back and throws bombs. He doesn't get attacked. These ninjas got to invade the castle. Remember, sometimes they get caught. Higher risk, higher reward. So that's probably the main takeaway. I think they will all outperform the tank, but you got to have the stomach. Like I remember someone who took up the RERP. I think it was back here, and it dropped 10%, and he was panicking. He was panicking. I noticed some people still did that first, but they're better now. But I mean, that's reality though. If you're going to go ninjas, you've got to expect at any time a 15-20% drop. But I'm like, it doesn't bother me because I'm confident in the end story, which is metal prices are going up. So this is this one hasn't been in a model portfolio. XMET, it's on the ASX. It's got copper. It's mainly copper miners, but it's got a handful of silver miners from the SILJ ETF. So it's like it's as close as you can get to SILJ. So this is XMET over the tank. So he's outperforming. But again, so even if we look at, so XMET, if we look at that drop there. So from there to there, so 19%, 20%, it's dropped, which is now probably a good time to be buying. No, that's XMET over MVR. So yeah, all right, and yeah, so we had, and then there's some emerging market stuff, which I reckon you should have in your portfolio. But my preferred one at the moment is this EMKT. It's China, Taiwan, South Korea, India, Brazil, but it's not market cap weighted like a lot of ETFs. It's got a bit of a value sort of filter applied to it, because I reckon China is going to boom in the future. All right, I thought, yeah, I hadn't really put them all together in one video dedicated to the ninjas, but that's you know, so if you're going on the journey and you're using MVR, then you start with him as your building block. You can just have him; he'll be fine. he'll help, as shown in the video. He's going to outperform VGS, Nasdaq, AS, So you can just stick with him. But if you want that extra return, accept extra volatility, then you add some of those ninjas to it. And yeah, as I say, Still J's still my favourite one. Alright, let us know your comments, and I think a few of you have been in the ropes or whatever. Let us know how you're going. Alright, see ya.